everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, my name is Miss Tamika. I upload videos once a week, which is Sunday at 4, and then I also throw in a bonus video throughout the week. That being said, I have a bunch of questions about my past vacation. I did go on a cruise. If you want to know a little bit of behind the scenes far as where I went, where I stayed, and all that type of stuff, then keep watching. Okay, so I have some notes here. I posted a vlog not too long ago. I will try and leave it up here in the card somewhere here in this video. A few questions regarding my cruise. So I was like, okay, let me gather up all these questions and do a video for you guys instead of answering them one by one, because it was a lot of things that I wanted to share that I didn't know until after the cruise. So just in case you are looking to go on a cruise or a vacation anytime soon, I wanted to go here and share with you guys. To get started, I wanted to say we went on a Carnival cruise. We went on the Fantasy cruise ship. The cruise through carnivalcruise.com. We have other websites where you can book, like, I guess, cheapcruises.com, booking.com, and all those other type of websites. I just did it on carnivalcruise.com, no rhyme or reason. Just on there, I saw a good deal and I booked the cruise. I think, when did I book it? We went in May. No, we went April the 1st through the 6th. So I booked the cruise that following year, which was in August. So when I booked the cruise off of the Carnival website, you did have to put $200 down. So from August to January, that's when you had to pay your balance off. They gave you a few months to pay the complete balance, and the balance was due the end of January. Of course, the more people to your room, the cheaper the prices are. Get a balcony. We just got a regular interior room. Normally when I go away on cruises, I don't plan to stay in my room anyway, so I wasn't looking to purchase, a really expensive room, because like I said, I was just grateful to be able to go on a cruise during spring break, because if you know, booking any type of trip during spring break is always expensive. So with me being able to get it at affordable price, I wasn't really too worried about, if it was balcony, window, or whatever. Port from Alabama. I didn't want to port from Port Canal in Florida because that ride was like 6+ hours, and I just didn't feel like driving that far. And I booked the cruise. It just so happened to be in Alabama. We're here in Georgia. I think it took about 4.5 hours. It wasn't that far. We stayed at the Renaissance Mobile Riverview Plaza Hotel, and that's in Alabama. I did leave the name of the hotel in my vlog, but just in case you missed it. And the reason why I love that hotel, I give that hotel 5 stars because of the fact that it was very clean, it was really nice, and the best part about it was across the street from the boat. So if you're planning a cruise and you stay at this particular hotel, they put you in like a cruise. It's like a cruise floor where when you check in, I'm not sure if I showed it in my vlog, but it has like a shape of a boat on the outside of your door, letting you know you're going to be going on a cruise. You look out your window, you can actually see the boat pull up, which I did. Like, I was able to wake up early enough to see the boat pull up. Like, I thought that was just the best thing ever. You go on the website to book your room. We only stayed one night because I didn't want to drive in and get on the boat that same day. I like to rest, shower, get dressed, and look nice to get on the boat instead of, driving straight in from Georgia and, sit around and wait to get on the boat. Like, I didn't want to do that. I wanted to, come in, rest, and, enjoy ourselves. Now, we didn't get a chance to enjoy ourselves too much in Alabama because it was really cold. We left March 31st, so the weather wasn't the best in Alabama, but I didn't care because we was getting ready to get on that boat. To book at the Renaissance Hotel in Alabama where we stayed, you do have to pick the option of cruise, like the cruise package. The reason why you have to pick the cruise package, because in our hotel stay taxes, it came up to like $160 something. Now, I'm not sure if that's going to be the exact price for when you decide to book, because you got to take in consideration we did book March the 31st, and when I booked my cruise back in August, that's when I started looking for hotels. I think I booked a hotel the same year I booked my cruise. So I booked my cruise in August, and I think I booked it after I got off the phone with the cruise people. I went online, started searching hotels in Alabama, so I was able to hold my reservation, you know, for those couple of months. Like I said, you do have to pick cruise, and the reason why is because in that price it includes the parking cruise. Now you can park free around the port area. I didn't know that again until I got there. The guy who dropped us off from the hotel to the port told us that you can park for free, but he said it's a chance you may take, and with us renting a truck, I didn't want to take no chances. So you know, everything was included in the package. You may say 160 something is a little expensive for one, you know, for one night, but you got to take in consideration it included your transportation to and from the port, and it also included your parking for the whole time you're on your cruise ship. You just let them know your tag information, and they'll give you something to put on your card. That was a plus. I highly recommend that hotel. Like, if you ever port out of Alabama, I highly recommend the Renaissance Hotel. Now, there was other hotels there. I didn't see or look up those prices, so I'm not sure, but we all liked the Renaissance Hotel. Like, it was beautiful. And then we did take pictures outside or whatever. We did go across the street. It was freezing, you guys, cold, but I like taking pictures, so we just, you know, toughed it out and took the couple of pictures, and then we came back to the room. And when you book your cruise, I don't think I went on there at the time. Like, once I booked the cruise, I didn't pay no attention, but you may want to, because you are able to pick a time slot where you get on the boat, because you can't just get on the boat like you used to. So you actually have to pick a time slot. I didn't care to get on the boat real early because, you know, by the time we got dressed, I did my makeup, fixed myself, and got a little something to snack on. I was okay with getting on the boat after 1 o'clock. I think our time was after 1. Okay with that. And also, what else? You do need a passport, state ID, driver's license, or something like that. My daughter doesn't have a passport, so I did use a birth certificate. But when you book your trip with any website, just make sure you verify the correct documents, because I don't want to tell you one thing and then, you know, you get on the boat or book your cruise and you don't have everything you need. But like I said, I had a passport. My daughter didn't. I had used her birth certificate. So another thing that I packed, what was it? We packed the extension cord. That came in handy. They told us we couldn't bring the extension cord with the surge protector on there, so I was able to find like a dollar store extension cord that had like a few. It's plugged in right here. I got it connected or whatever, but it was just like a little mini version of a surge protector, but it didn't have the little, you know, it didn't have the actual surge protector on it. It was just like a smaller version of that. I did get that at Dollar Tree. Soda, you are allowed to bring soda, like a case of soda. I didn't care to bring soda because I'm not a big soda drinker. Even bringing diet, I didn't really care about the soda part, so you can bring soda if you want to. Another thing that helped me, now I didn't get the internet package on the cruise, so what I did was I had my iPad and I downloaded a lot of movies, because if you don't already know, Netflix lets you download a lot of movies. Saved me from having, you know, I had something to watch if it wasn't nothing on TV. Like at nighttime, we watch YouTube at night, so of course I couldn't watch YouTube because I didn't get the internet package, and I was fine with that because I didn't want to pay all that money just to have internet. I mean, I'm sure I can live without internet for 5 days, which I did. I downloaded about 4 or 5 movies, so we was able to watch movies. So if you have an iPad and you don't want to purchase the internet package, I would highly recommend you go into your Netflix account and look up movies that you are allowed to download, because once you download them to your iPad or iPhone or whatever you have, you don't have to have Wi-Fi to use it. So that was a big help. Like, that was a big lifesaver for me. So Poopery, I bought Poopery. I'm glad I did, because, you know, with you eating all that food for all them days, you know, things gonna happen. So Poopery is a must. especially if you're in a room. You know, the room is small, it's closed, and like I said, we didn't have a balcony, we didn't have a window, so that poopery really helped. Freshener. I didn't bring the spray because, like I said, our room, it wasn't really small, it was actually a nice size. But I did bring the air freshener that you twist the top up and you pull it, and I used that for the bathroom just to, you know, keep it a nice, you know, just to have a nice smell in the bathroom. So I would highly recommend air freshener, not the spray kind, because I think the spray probably would have been too much for that room by it being so enclosed. So like I said, I just used the twist one and you pull it up, and I set it on back of the toilet. Oh, and then I did purchase some cups. The cups that you can bring with you. I bought them at the dollar store because once I was done with them, we just threw them in the trash. Real good cups, but I would recommend, if you do bring your own cup, to bring the cups that stay hot and cold no matter what the temperature is, because we bought the dollar store cups. It was hot in Progreso, Mexico, so our water kind of melted, but we had a lot of ice in it, and so, you know, that's how we was able to carry around our water. But I would recommend you bring like a warm, like I said, a warm or hot cup. So if you have a cup that stay cold with cold, your stuff will stay cold regardless how hot it is. I would highly recommend you bring a cup, because, you know, you can get the cups at the on the cruise ship, but you know, they cost money. And then also, when you drinking with your lunch or dinner, you know, they have the little small cups. My daughter and I, what we did was we just filled our little cups with our big cups with ice, and we just used that to pour, you know, the juice inside the cups. I drank a lot of water, and I diluted my they have this really good juice during breakfast. I can't remember the name of it. I would get in the morning time, because after breakfast they don't even serve that juice anymore. So I would fill my, you know, my jug up with the juice and then have that throughout the day. I recommend you bring some sort of cup, because when you go on your excursions, you know, instead of paying all that money for water or whatever, you can have your own, you know, in your cup. Oh, and another thing, I highly recommend a backpack. I brought my clear backpack, and that backpack was everything, because matter of fact, let me get it. So this is the backpack that we brought. Like I said, this clear backpack came in handy. The straps were really, really comfortable because it was hot. I didn't want nothing digging in my skin, or, you know, being really uncomfortable. Was our lifesaver. This is where we put a bottle of water at. I have had my camera in here. I had our sunscreen, and I purchased this. I purchased this at Target. Again, this was a lifesaver because you fill this bottom up with water. So what we did was, before we got off the boat, after we ate a little bit of breakfast, I put some ice cubes in here, poured some water, so, you know, once the ice cubes melted, it made the water a lot colder. Put your batteries in it, and you press this, and then you turn this on, and it's like a fan, and you can spray cold water on you. This thing here was everything. Like, my daughter and I, we was like, we need it. It was just so hot, you guys. It wasn't unbearable hot, but it was hot. It made life so much easier for us. I would try and leave the link down in the leave the link for this down below. I did purchase this at Target, and it was, I want to say, like $9.99. This is going to be my lifesaver for here in Georgia, because, you know, we like to go out, and, you know, we like to go to the park, the zoo, and things like that. And, you know, we can't stop the heat. The heat not going to stop us, so you got to figure out ways to get around it. But like I was saying, this backpack came in handy. This is what we used each time we went on our excursions once we got off the boat. Okay, so our first stop, we went to Progreso, Mexico, and we also went to Cozumel, Mexico. Our first stop was Progreso, Mexico. The boat, I didn't know what to expect, because I haven't been to either one. I haven't been to Cozumel or Progreso. So is a lot more laid back, and I did like Progreso a whole lot, because Progreso wasn't as expensive far as their excursions. You can purchase excursions on the boat or prior to you getting on the boat. I didn't do that only because it was really expensive. Like a lot of stuff I wanted to do, it was I would have been spending over almost $300 because it was just a little expensive. And to be completely honest, I didn't really have the extra money to do like the, swim with the dolphins and ride the motor, what was it, the ATVs and things like that, because when it was just my daughter, I didn't want to ride that. Like if I would have went with a group of friends, I probably would have done the ATVs, like the four-wheelers, done that. But since it was my daughter, I was like, okay, she can't ride, so it didn't make sense to spend all that money. And what's she going to do? I would have liked to done the dolphin, swim with the dolphins, but by her having, she had broke her arm, her cast was waterproof, but I don't know, I just felt like she really wouldn't enjoyed it because she has the half a cast now, but at the time her cast was way up here, so I don't really think she would have, been able to really enjoy everything. Being said, when we got off the boat, we took pictures with this group of people. I'll try and leave a picture up at the front, and you guys, he was like, take a picture. So I'm like, okay. He grabbed my camera, he took the picture, but I didn't know that we had to tip him. So when you go to Progresso and Cozumel, just make sure you have your coins ready because they want tips for everything. And I get it, they need the money and this is their job. So, I did tip them, but I didn't know, because I didn't really need to take the picture. I just took it because he was like, take the picture. And they really, really aggressive over there. So, just be aware. So once we took that picture, we walked through like the little shop areas. So a lot of alcohol. I'm not a drinker, so I wasn't looking to purchase any alcohol. Wish I would have purchased the bracelet where my daughter and I could have had our names on it, but I didn't notice that until after the fact. That's one thing I do wish I would have got. So after we passed through all the shops, I didn't know they had a tour bus. And then this is only in Progresso, Mexico. The tour bus takes you downtown to Progresso for free. I had to pay for it. So once we decided to go to downtown Progresso, they had a tour. You pay for the tour before you got on the bus to go to downtown Progresso. So the tour was only $9 a piece, which was really affordable because I thought it was going to be real expensive because I was like, okay, Jemiah, we just going to walk around and just see what they got and then just go back on the boat. But when I saw that the tour bus to get you to downtown Progresso was free and all we had to pay for was the tour, I was like, okay, yeah, we can do this. So that's what we did. We got to downtown Progresso. We had our wristbands on. We found the particular tour bus. We got on the tour, and the tour was really, really nice. It was like an outside type of bus. I really can't explain it. It didn't have any windows or anything. It kind of reminds you of that duck bus that goes in the water. Only thing is this bus didn't go in the water. And we rode through different parts of Progresso. Again, everything I'm saying is in my vlog if you want to go ahead and check it out. Because if you're not going and you don't have a whole lot of money to spend, that tour was really nice. Like you got a chance to see the history and got a little bit of information on Progresso, Mexico, because again, that was our first time going. And we went to, once we came back from our tour, the beach was like a few blocks away. On our way walking to the beach, of course, you had people not pulling on you, but buy this, get this. Can you get that? Can you help me? So it was one lady, it was like an older lady sitting in a chair. We did give a few dollars in her little cup. The tour to the beach, I didn't spend a few dollars just giving it away to people or buying something. I talked us into buying some fruit that was like $5. I just got it because the picture was cute. Because the fruit was cute and I took a picture with it. I'll insert a picture for that as well. So the beach was beautiful, you guys. The beach was completely free. Happy about that because I didn't know what to expect once we got to the beach. We took pictures. We didn't dress for the beach because like I said, I never been to Progresso, so I wasn't sure what to expect. So if you are going to Progresso, Mexico, I would highly recommend you dress to go to the beach because like I said, we didn't know that it was a beach there and it was for free. Thought you had to pay for everything. So once we got to the beach, they had like where you can get massages and things, and they were, you know, pulling you to get that. I didn't get the massage or anything like that. They also had like this boat ride where you can ride on the boat, but like I said, by my daughter breaking her arm and with me not having nobody watching our stuff, I didn't want to take a chance leaving, you know, anything and then anything getting damaged or wet. So we just passed on all of that. Since we didn't actually enjoy the water this time, I was going to make it up for when we went to Cozumel, Mexico. A lot of different pictures at the beach. We did, my daughter played in the water just a little bit because like I said, we weren't dressed. We were there for a few hours and I think we left about 2 something. And also you want to make sure your devices or whatever you had, I had my Apple Watch, so anytime the time changed, my Apple Watch, you know, changed along with it, because the boat time, I think, how did it go? You wanted to make sure your watch was connected with the boat time because that's the time they were on and you didn't want to get left. Around 2 o'clock we headed we headed back to the boat because I just wanted to get there a lot early because I didn't want to, you know, risk being late. I think we left Progresso around 3 something. We didn't stay till 4:30. I think we left around 3. Once we came back from Progresso, we got on the boat, and then the next day we went to Cozumel, Mexico. Cozumel, Mexico is really nice as well. Got off the boat to go to Cozumel, Mexico. Again, you walk through a lot of shops, a lot of different things they were selling. Again, they were selling they had a lot of perfume, had a lot of alcohol, they had snacks and things. So again, I didn't purchase nothing through that walkway. A lot of pictures because the water in Cozumel, Mexico, you guys, is beautiful. Like, it was so blue and beautiful. Cozumel, Mexico, it was a little overwhelming because you had so many people trying to sell you excursions and things to do and all of that. So I was like, okay, what do we do? Because I thought it was on the same tip as the Progresso, Mexico, where you get a free shuttle bus somewhere and then you can go from there. But it wasn't like that. The tours were like 60, 70 plus. They were 60, 70 and up. There's a lot of this stuff on the boat or prior to. Once you completely pay for your cruise in January, like January 30th, you can start booking excursions. Like I said, I didn't book those things and I'm glad I didn't. Like I said, I saved a whole lot of money. So like I was saying, you know, a lot of people was selling you different excursions. Like they had all-inclusive beaches where everything was included. Also had tours and things like that. So I told Jemima, I said, let's just walk around and see what's what, you know. We left the Cozumel port area and we started walking. Somebody told us it was a beach about 3 to 4 blocks. So we started walking. It was hot. Didn't get no cab because, again, I'm thinking the beach is 3 to 4 blocks. So we walked about 3 blocks and, you know, I'm asking the people, hey, is there a beach? And they were like, no, you got to go the other way. At this point, my daughter was hot. She was bothered. She was irritated. So I was like, okay, you know, I don't know what else to do at this point. I was getting ready to let her go scuba diving. I think that was $25. I was going to let her do that by herself. But I was like, they said you had to go with her. So I was like, okay, that's not going to work because, again, who's going to watch our stuff? We were talking and this guy came up to us and said, you want to go to the beach? It's this way. So, you know, I was telling him I really didn't bring a lot of money. I just want to go on to the boat and take off my money, take my $150 off that I applied to my account on the boat so I can have spending money, because I really didn't see myself spending that on the boat. So I was going to go on the boat, take that money off and use it to pay for an excursion. But for some reason I was like, okay, let's just do this beach thing and see if the beach there. I'm glad I didn't, because I talked to the guy. I said, hey, look, all I have is $60 on me, because that's all I brought off the boat. Because again, I'm thinking it was going to be like Progresso, where, you know, you got the free shuttle and you just pay for whatever you want if you see anything. I said, I can take you to, what is it called? I wrote it down. It's called Paradise Island. You guys, I was so happy that this guy, I don't know, he just I guess heard my daughter whining and she was about to cry. She was hot. He was like, I could take you to Paradise Island. Like I said, I told him, look, I only have $60. I don't know how much it costs to get in. I don't have all that extra money. He said, no, it only costs $10 to get in. Like $10. I said, okay, I can do that. So the cab ride to Progresso was $15. So round trip, the cab cab ride ended up being $30, which again was way affordable than going to one of those other resorts where you was paying almost $100 or whatever. You guys, once we got to Paradise Island, like I said, the man told us $10 per person to get in. And once you got in, you had free Wi-Fi and you had access to food. Well, the food you had to pay for, but you know, you can order food while you were there. We got to pay because you had to have a wristband. It ended up being only $3 to get in. Oh my goodness. Like I said, they don't tell, of course they're not going to tell you that because they want to sell you the biggest package ever. And like I said, I didn't come to spend that type of money. So I was looking for the cheapest way possible, if you get what I'm saying. I'm glad everything worked out the way it did because like I said, I was just getting ready to go back to the boat because when I saw my daughter crying, well, you know, about to cry, she was high. I was like, okay, Tamika, just go ahead and take the money and just pay the $80 or $100 it's going to take for us to, you know, really enjoy ourselves. I didn't do that because I ended up saving a whole lot of money. So with the cab ride, like I said, round trip for 2 people. Now I think the cab ride gets more expensive if you have more people in your group, but like I said, it was just my daughter and I, so it was only $30 round trip. To get into the resort, it was only $3 a piece, so that was a total of $6. So technically only spent $36 versus almost spending $100. Paradise Island is so beautiful. First of all, when you walk in, all you see is the pretty water. Like the swimming pool was pretty and blue, and it was like a swim up bar. I'll try and insert some pictures of that as well, but like I said, everything is on my vlog. Past the swimming pool area, you had the beautiful beach part. They do have activities for the kids. Now I did pay for that because I didn't have to worry about paying for that for myself because like I said, it was for my daughter. So I think the activity package was an extra $20 and some change, but like I said, it was still way more affordable than purchasing those excursions on the boat and, you know, at one of them little booths. Once we got off the boat at Cancun, Mexico, we did pay for that, so that's why she was able to enjoy all those little bouncy things that was in the water. She had a good time. I sat in the water. I had my Wi-Fi on. I was FaceTiming my family, letting them know where I was at, what we were doing. Do ask that you purchase something. So I think I purchased a drink and some fries or whatever. I didn't spend a whole lot of money because like I said, I ate so much on the cruise ship. And y'all, when I tell y'all I ate, I did gain 5 pounds, but I was fine with that because if you knew how much I was eating, that 5 pounds was okay. I was okay with that. We stayed there for a few hours. I think we started to leave around 2:30, no later than 3. Now, leaving Cozumel, Mexico, we had to be at the boat by 4:30. So, again, I didn't want to take any chances. So, the ride, I think, was like 20 minutes or 25 minutes from the port at Cozumel, Mexico. We didn't ride in the same taxi cab because they're right there. Like, if you once you get dropped off, it's cabs all like coming every so often. Then it's some that's actually parked there for you to, you know, grab one, so you don't have to worry about sitting around waiting for a cab. Like, they're there waiting for you to request a ride. Like, I did make sure I actually had cash in my hand because of course the cab ride wouldn't have been able to take your credit card because he didn't have a card machine. And when I paid at the Paradise Island, again, I used cash. Or at Paradise Island, you could have used a card, but like I said, for me, it was better to actually have cash in your hand, you know, because I don't really trust giving my card out to any and everybody. Paradise Island to me was everything. I mean, if you looking to, you know, swim with the dolphins and all of that, now they didn't have that there. They did have skiing, they had boat riding where you can ride the boats. And I was like, I wish I had, you know, somewhere to put my stuff because I did want to at least jet ski. Like, I was like, even though that book bag was waterproof, I still didn't want to take no chances because y'all know we all in another country. Those Mexicans are not even Mexicans. You just never know who could try to rob you because when you're on vacation, you know you are a mark for being robbed, getting robbed or whatever. So I didn't want to take any chances. So I just took in consideration everything that I wanted to do. So if I ever go back on another cruise or anything, then I'll make sure, okay, this time we're, you know, we can do this or we can do that. My daughter's arm won't be broken, which it shouldn't, because she broke her arm, like I said, days before our trip. So yeah, I took a lot of pictures, and like I said, we stayed there for a few hours. She had a good time. I let her play, and I just sat back and watched her and laid in the lounge chairs. We got done that. We were able to, I did get in the pool like towards the end of us leaving. I was like, dang, I wish I would have really been on the pool side, because the pool side was warm, it was relaxing, it was nice. So after we was on our way leaving, they do have a changing area where you can, you know, change and rinse off, because my biggest thing is once I get out of that sand, I just want to make sure I can wipe it off, you know, wash it off where it's not sand everywhere. So it is somewhere where you can change your clothes. Go to Paradise Island, like I said, they do have Wi-Fi. You do have to ask for their Wi-Fi code, which one of the servers did give to me with no problem. Like I said, the taxis was out there waiting, so we got in our taxi and we headed on back to the cruise ship. We took more pictures on our way going back, and that was it. First 2 days we just sailed on the boat, and then the next 2 days, I think it was Wednesday and Thursday was when we did the Progresso and then Cozumel back. You know, Progresso was one day and Cozumel was the next day. Enjoyed both of them. Like, it was really, really nice, you know, especially the tour. Really do tours, but it was really nice to do a tour. You were able to get a little bit of history of Progresso, because like I said, I've never been there. Like I said, we didn't do a tour. We just went straight to the beach. We really had a great time. Like, the beaches in Mexico are beautiful, you guys. After that, we ended up doing the water slides once we got on the boat. If you hear any noise out there, that's the guy cutting our grass. On the boat, we were able to enjoy the water slides. Now this time I got on the water slides because the water was a lot warmer. For some reason, the water was just a little too cold for me. I did get on the water slides again. That's all in my vlog. I got on it and I really had fun. Like, I was, you know, going up and down them slides. So we did have fun, and I was so happy that I was able to get my daughter the waterproof water cast, because it would have been no way possible that she would have been able to be on that cruise that long and not enjoy herself. Like, it was no way I would have been able to tie her cast up and, you know, make sure it didn't get wet and all that. So like I said, that waterproof cast was the best purchase ever. It was, of course, you had to pay a fee, and from her wrist to her upper arm it was an extra $75. Sunburn, if you see my skin peeling, that's because I guess I'm still sunburning. We did get tans. Sunscreen is a must, even if you brown, dark brown, whatever, but sunscreen is a must. I tell you, we burnt. Like, I had a lot of sunburn up here on my shoulder. My daughter had a lot on her nose and her face. I did get the spray sunscreen. Now I will be looking into getting like the stick form for her face, because like I said, you can spray it in your face, but it's just not comfortable, and I'm sure it would sting. So next time I will be looking to get like a stick or some type of cream where I can rub it on her face. Also, I didn't think of this because I could have purchased this a lot cheaper, but having a lanyard, I think that's what they're called, this was very helpful, because you was able to keep your room card, your room key in here, and keep it around your neck. My daughter and I won, so this here we will always keep for when we go on any more trips or cruises. So like I said, I highly recommend you get one of these. You don't have to purchase the one on the boat. I'm sure you can purchase some, you know, one somewhere cheaper. Like I said, I didn't realize we needed this until we got on the boat. So I think I paid like $6.97 for one of these, so it was about $14 with the tax. No, it was like 13 something. So I did purchase these for my daughter and I. So they did have a $10 store, like everything in the store was $10. I did purchase something. Matter of fact, let me show you that $10 everything $10 store. I did purchase this hat. At the time of me booking my cruise, I had an onboard credit, So I didn't really know what else to buy. So like I said, I purchased this hat. I purchased my daughter a drink, like a little kid's drink, in one of them cute cups. And then like I said, I got these lanyard things to keep our cards in. I think that was it. If I missed anything, you guys oh, and also I did bring a lot of shorts, capris and things, but to be completely honest, you guys, I was in comfortable mode. I had wore a lot of my workout tights. I wore a lot of my shorts with t-shirts. Like, I really didn't even wear my capris or anything like that. Now I did make sure when I got off the boat, you know, I was extra cute, but on the everyday basis, on the everyday to day on the boat, I didn't put on makeup. I did have sunglasses, you know, for when it was like early in the morning, but I really didn't get dressed like I thought I was going to. Like, we had one big suitcase and that was enough. Like I said, we didn't wear half of that stuff. We wore our bathing suits a lot because, like I said, it was really hot, so we did wear those a lot, was our bathing suits and our cover-ups. We wear a lot of that stuff. So if you booking cruises, if you looking to book a cruise, I would highly recommend just comfortable clothes. Did wear my sneakers. Well, we both wore our sneakers on the Progreso Mexico trip because, like I said, we did the tour, so I'm glad we wore our sneakers that time. But then when we went to, I think it was Cozumel, Mexico, I wore my flip-flops. No, it was called Guy's Burgers. You guys, if you go on a cruise, make sure they have a Guy's Burger, because when I tell you, I had a burger every day I was on a cruise, every day. Now, I didn't have 2 per day. I had 1 per day. You guys, I ate one every day. Oh my gosh, it was so delicious. So like I was saying, I didn't notice, but when we were on the boat, you are able to eat at a lot of the specialty restaurants. Like, say if you don't want to have like, say if you don't want to eat at the buffet, you can actually go and have a sit-down breakfast, lunch, or dinner. We only did breakfast because the breakfast sit down was just so nice. Like, they served you the water sitting at the window. It was really nice. It wasn't outdoors, it was mainly inside. Menu of different things you can order. Like I said, you don't have to do that. That was more so the specialty dining. We did that during breakfast. So yeah, you guys, that was it. I hope I was able to answer all your questions. I hope I'm able to help you for your next trip you decide to book. If you have any additional questions, please leave them down in the comment section. Check out my vlog because this video will explain a lot of the vlog, so you get to see the actual hotel, Progreso, the pool. You'll see all of that, everything I was talking about in that vlog. If you go, please don't forget to thumbs up this video because it helps out my channel. And also, before you go, please don't forget to click on that subscribe button and that notification bell so y'all can be notified each week when your girl uploads videos. And until next time, I will talk to you later. Bye.